Family, what's going on? Family. Let's see how many people we got tuned in so far. Alright, it currently says I'm a little botchy, so bear with me, guys. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hey, Nikki, what's going on? Let me know if you guys are watching rather Twitch, Omlet, or YouTube. Okay, turn my mic down a bit. Okay. Okay, so I got a few people on YouTube, a few people on Omlet. Sounds good. I don't know where my Twitch people are at. But basically what I'll go over first is I have a few questions that were made from my faction, DSDO. Guys, we ran a opportunity for you guys to join in. We're still at 75 members, which means we have 25 more spots available. We're a 2-week-old faction as of today. Last weekend we hit rank 125th. Hey Becky, who you're talking about? Okay, so the weather. Oh shit, guys, we should be live. The weather's messing up our connections right now, but we're still gonna run it smoothly. Dave, what's going on, brother? So, to cover one of my first questions, what superstars would I normally go with for feuding? I'll be on kind of quick. We'll see how it goes. Good pull, brother. So we'll take a look at my roster real quick. And as far as getting into feud prepping, the guys you want to go for are quick guys who can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. Try to aim for guys who have high damage within the first 5 moves to get you in and out of the feud. Tyler Barrett, what's the YouTube link? Hey James, since you're watching on YouTube, can you post it in chat for Tyler Barrett for me? And I'll wait until we get an okay from either one of you guys. But let's start it off. Thank you, brother. So we're going to give my family a quick shout out before I get into the feud prep. Spirit Shooter, Rep High, White Beast, Coach Rick, Righty Lefty, Ripper the Kid, Bing Bong, Gordy, Maggie, Copper, Boss Hog, Chili, Jeffro, He's Mad Bro, Dalton, Wolf Wall, Aaron, Ducks Fan, TT, JNR, Lactoid, Mondo, Nikki, Brian, Kane, LU, Jason, Endura Stanley, Fura Prime, XPWAO, Ford Perfect, Dark Ray, Lou Man, Big Daddy, Jimmy Jumbo, Sploria, Night Savage, Tyler Barrett, Kano, Undertaker 18, Danny, Matt Smar, The Rock, Phoebe, Yuticus, McSlapnuts, Batman, AJKR, Brad Mason, APO, The Mighty Tuna, Jax, Braun Strowman, Night Vamp, Maserati Artie, Lady of Rage, Sincere, Ash, Ryan Matthews, Riz, Fire Terp, Thumbs, American Lion, Patton, Wolf Bones, Breathe, Gonzo, Dirt Dog, Momo, Mr. Font, Country Swag, Demon Child, and Marcus. What's going on, family? Once again, guys, join us now. DSDO, 60K talent roster. Join now. We're almost up to tier 21. Hey Jason, can you tell me if my Discord name is still showing in my description box? We have Nikki and Dave's and Omlet as well. And as I'm waiting, I'll just do a quick match. Hopefully I can get it before they change it. And no, I couldn't. Let's see. 48 people watching in total. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. So I'm just going to do a quick normal match for our Thursday daily. Wait, I'm sorry. It should be Friday daily. We are focusing on strikers. So Showboat will have a 25% gem damage boost as well. And just to kind of talk about where I want to go with the feud tips, the best way I was saying was to get guys who can get in and out your feud match within about 5 turns. And I'll show you guys some people I use on when I begin this feud and when I begin this tour in hell mode. And when I say 5 turns, that means to utilize your utilize your board to your advantage. So you want to go with quick moves with high damage that may be able to recycle themselves. And we get an easy 3 count. All right. And also, Ash asked me a question to cover focusing on women's division or building out the men's roster. Should we prioritize building on the women's division to complete the women's tour, or just build the men's division out? My answer for you is both the women's tour and the men's tour aren't going anywhere. However, the men's are being utilized more. There hasn't been a feud that just focused. You're on in Discord and Tyler. Yeah, brother, I'm keeping an eye on all different chats right now. Let me know if the stream is coming back up good for you guys on YouTube. And either Nikki or Dave, let me know how it's showing in Omlet. I know the weather's been cutting me out all day, so I'm good right now. Okay. James, I was looking for you guys in YouTube. You can type it in the YouTube chat, and you don't have to switch over to Discord. Okay. Thank you, brother. So, going back over to my feud topic, what I normally do is I run Brock Lesnar first. And as you guys can see, I have his moves maxed out. The first move that I initially go for, before I even go into what I do for his moves, his MP trainer is going to be George Steele, and I also run Titus to generate more black gems. So if you guys are looking at it, Alabama Slim is going to turn 6 purples into black, and the back body drop is going to give you choose gem moves, which I can use those into black as well to feed into the Brock lock. As you guys can see, I also have quick moves with my 9 charge and my 8 charge on my green moves and a 12 on the Brock lock. I could optimize for just going straight damage with the shooting star press, or I can do the power slam, but those moves really don't help more than what the build is currently optimized for. However, I could switch shooting star press in, but I will also damage my Brock as well. So just based on the damage input that he gives, he's a great guy, a great reliable guy. I'll go up a tour, kind of show you how these guys are. And Bray will have a few advantage points here. So to go into the trainers, since my George Steele starts my green moves off with 4 MP, that makes my 8 only have to charge it with 1 green match. And as you guys can see, I don't have any green matches. So typically in feud, what you would want to do is play defensive and try to stop Bray from getting his moves off quickly. I still don't have a green match, so I'm going to continuously focus on trying to get those red gems out. And as you guys can see, he did get his red gems off, but my green moves are almost filled. So I'm going to hit that roll break. The very next turn is going to give me my green moves. So let's see, what does Bray do? Okay. So basically what Bray just did was take out all of the he took out all of the purple, which would be my Alabama Slam, which would turn the 6 random purples into blacks. So what I'm going to do is go for the blue match and Cascade. Now I filled my board up with those purple gems. So let's go ahead and make those in the black. I didn't want that pin to go down. Alright, so then what I will do is I'm gonna go for the Brock Lock. Hopefully he doesn't get a very good cascade. But basically, Brock Lock is gonna deplete all of his moves at this time. And cause some damage. However, if he gets a cascade, that may be the end of my Brock. And as you guys can see, that was the end of my Brock. I could have went for my other green move and drawn some damage and then made my own cascade. But I had a feeling that he would have kicked out of it. And as you can see, he did get a few good cascades in. So I'm going to actually... I'm sorry, you guys. Do not touch Brock. I'm going to actually use everything to bring him back. And we're going to retry it again. So once again, I don't have my green match, so I'm going to stop his red moves. And every time I get a green chance, they let me down. So I'm going to go black, and now it gives him his red. You know what? They just don't like me today. And they just want me to continuously play defense. So he's going to use both of his red moves and maybe get off his finisher as well. Alright, so that was twice he just kept my Brock back to back. That's the bad part about it. Not being able to get my green moves off initially. But you guys get to see the good and the bad with me. So I'll actually send that one to the faction. I could run, I'm going to run my Andre for you guys. His moves are maxed out. Jawbreaker, Power Slam, Bear Hug. And for my trainers, I have Steam, which is going to start my red moves off with 4 more MP. And I also have DDP, which is going to destroy 4 more yellows. So with my quick charges, my Jawbreaker is going to... Both of my red moves are going to feed into the submission moves if I need it. So let's see how we can do it. Faction's peeling me up pretty quickly, guys. Alright, so immediately I can go for a red and also Bree can go for a red, but he chooses black. So the fact that we don't have many yellows out, I'm going to go ahead and hit our red so that he can't feel it. And I obviously don't have the 10 yellows. However, I just want to output as much damage as possible. And I get a pretty good cascade, even though he has a capper on it. And now he's able to get his red moves off. So what I can do is go for our bear hug. We're going to bring his moves down. And I just normally put them randomly. Sometimes my daughter helps me put them out randomly. So he got 1, 2. Eliminate all the red gems as possible. And also, because I have our red move, which would generate 6 gems, what I'm going to actually do is try and finish filling up our other red move. And let's destroy more yellows. And since I don't have yellows now, what I can do is create a cascade with the 6 that is going to give me. And it doesn't matter which way you input it in. And that is going to finish our match. Hey Dave, tell me, has the game started yet? Am I missing anything? I may cut the stream short and start back up in a second. Okay, so Andre, you guys got a chance to see. Honestly, I did make a bonehead decision with my King of Kings, Triple H. And that's because I was able to get many of his TP during the Kings Weekly Tour. However, he's not that great. He can be reliable once you get the sludge shot in, and then you're able to do the pedigree. But honestly, I could have waited on him. What you say real today? I was asking, was the football game on, and was I missing anything good? It's a delay right now. Okay, cool. I have mixed feelings between Big Cass and as well as Lex Luger. Both of those guys are top-notch powerhouses. And the only reason I say so is because I have a Vader that I haven't worked on. So we'll take a look at Big Cass now. He's another one that you guys can rely on for feuding. His black moves are going to get out pretty quickly, so you should be able to get those blast gems out. What about Bam Bam? I enjoy playing with Bam Bam. I haven't worked on him either. He is very good You have to get him at 3-star, and his typical run set for me would be his finisher red, and both of his yellow moves. His power bomb is going to skip turns for the opponent, which would be reliable in feuding as well. I just haven't worked on them. So they're sitting all the way at the bottom with 2 stars. But as far as Vader, if you run him black, green, he's top notch. At 3-star and above, you start seeing the difference because those moves heal pretty quickly. Fill pretty quickly. And as we're looking at our board, I can immediately get some blacks in, and I also hit a red. Now, first thing you want to do is get those. Sorry, man, lost connection for a bit. Hey, no worries, brother. The stream has been connecting on us all day, so we're gonna just keep it going. So with this big boot, I want to get those blast gems out quickly. And honestly, I place them randomly, so all of mine may not blast off when I want them to. And that may be too far. We'll see. And you take out the entire board. A lot of people love Big Cass. The thing with Big Cass, from 3-star gold to 4-star, he starts to decline and he caps out at 3-star gold. So if you get him to 3-star gold, don't worry about leveling him up past that for maximum damage, because he caps out. As far as Enzo, you guys want to get him up at least to the 5K mark. I can't remember where I have my Enzo at. So I have Enzo at 5626. He caps out at 3-star gold. Do not take him to 3-star. He caps out at 3-star silver. Do not take him to 3-star gold whatsoever. That is our Blitz God. If you guys got questions in both chats, feel free. Also for my faction, if you're in our Discord live stream section, let me know if you have any questions about these guys or any abilities that they have, what may be a strength, what may be a weakness. As you guys can see, it's a lot of guys that I haven't touched yet. Sorry about the echo, guys. Guys, immediately I would stay focused on Carl Anderson, because his tour is actually giving a shit ton of steel cages. So if you guys go to LT Tours and scroll all the way over to your far right, we have 7,500K. I'm sorry, 750K. We're going to test out the water, see how it goes. I need more black TP. So that's the reason why he's not being leveled up right now. And I'm going to set off the calf kick. You guys climb that leaderboard. Dave, are you referring to the Steel Cage tour, or which tour? I just seen it before I started live streaming. I was like, okay, I'll probably mention that in the live stream. Yeah, the one. Glad you told me that. Now I can go kick some ass. So I'm gonna hit off our green gems. And Daniel Bryan is trolling. So Dave just giving me more insight on the tour, that the bottom of the tour is open to whatever superstar you want. And let's set off our green move. Who's the best superstar? When you say who's the best superstar, you're gonna get mixed reactions. I can honestly tell you I've enjoyed playing with Next Big Thing Brock. Razor's pretty good. Showboat Austin is great. Piper's great. Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat is great. Macho Man Acro was great. So you're gonna get all kind of answers depending on who you talk to. A lot of those players don't even have, and if they do have them, then they're causing a hell of a lot of damage inside of feuds. Because I know Daniel Bryan is going to go for his move, we're going to just try and do whatever damage we can. That cascade saved him. Oh, no, it didn't. Who's my favorite wrestler? Sting. the crow sting. Like you got to be specific nowadays. All right, so let's see. Dave said, and yes, it is open. So you guys go ahead, get those keys. Shout out to Dave for giving me that insight. I never would have looked until I built Carl Anderson up. Another great build for feuding guys is Stardust. The moves that I'm running is purple in both of his blues. All of those moves feed green gems, and they're all recyclable. My trainers are Alberto Del Rio, who's generating 4 more gems, and Jerry the King, which starts my blue moves with 4 more moving piece. Okay, that was a miscue. Why purple instead of green? Because the purple actually feeds more. Let me go back to it. But with starters, there's multiple ways you can run it. I could also put Alabama Slam and have that feed into the blue moves, and then just recycling each other. However, when you keep getting green gems on the board, what you're doing is you're maximizing his green gem as far as his damage goes. So that's almost 2K per green gem. Now, if you get a variation of cascades on the board, it's going to end the match a lot quicker. And that's the reason why I run the purple instead of the green. So this must be, there's multiple different builds you can run with Stardust. I just tell you what I find better for me, because sometimes they don't want to give you the green gems, but I like to match make anyway. And as we can see here, I don't have my green gem. I don't have my blue matches, so I'm gonna feed into my purple matches. And since I don't have either or now, I'm going to go for the red. So we got our first blue up already. Let's make those red. What is the best way to score big points? The best way to score big points in feuds are to actually create cascades. So you want the choose gem. You want the choose gem moves. That way you can create more cascades, because they play a multiplier into the scoring, and I think it's 10 points for each 5. It's some weird nomination they came up with. So what I'm going to do now is actually combine the green and the purple instead of focusing on the blue. And trust me, brother, for our next faction feud, I'll be streaming the entire feud, or at least 93% of it. And if you ask me how I came up with the 3%, that's because I had to factor in how many catnaps I'm going to take in. So you still don't understand why I go. Okay, basically what I can do is I can try and put us into a hell mode to show you why I roll with the purple instead of green. So Nikki, your question actually sparked another one on Twitch. So thank you for that. Let's see. Okay. Cat naps coming from the man who doesn't sleep. That's why I have so many hours of feud, man. So we're going to actually watch what I do against Kofi. Some people look at trainers before the match. Me, I don't give two shits. I just go in with what my focus is. So what I'm going to start off doing is by matching our blues up. And from matching our blues, what I'm going to do is create those red gems and the green gems. And typically in the feud, this is the kind of damage that is going to cause points. So let's go ahead and hit that one. And let's see the cascade. He kicked out. Okay, so he's going to have his finisher very next turn. So now what I'm going to do is hit my choose 9 gems to turn into green gems. When you hit those moves back to back, let's see. Bam. That right there is going to cause about 30k inside of a feud. Just off that alone. And it took, what, 3 turns? So you want to maximize moves like that. And the reason I did so is also Scopely kind of puts in the formula to generate the boards. So if I would have went with the green moves over the purple, I wouldn't have been able to get those red gems on the board. They try to identify weaknesses. I enjoy Let's as well. Now with Let's, I can run it 2 different ways. The current way I'm running is his yellow, red, but his red moves is not his finisher. His torture rack would be his finisher. No, I'm sorry. His attitude adjustment is his finisher. And the reason why, because I want to create those box gems. Because I get 3k for every box gem that I do. And who would be a better trainer than to put Mr. Botch City on himself? Arn Anderson. He generates 8 more box gems. So it turned my 5 box gem move into a 13 box gem move. I also have Big John Studd, who is making 3 more red gems from my military press to feed into the attitude adjustment. I could go with the torture rack as well. And with the torture rack, I can get some cross break gems on the board. So it is very subjective on how you want to move it. But because I can get more damage done from the attitude adjustment, that's why I prefer to go with that one. I have ran both of those builds, and I enjoy both tremendously. And we're going to take them against Kofi. Keep in mind the attitude adjustment. That move was just a 14 charge move. So Big John Studd is very much needed for this to actually transpire. First thing I'm going to do is hit my yellows, obviously. Because I have no more yellow moves, let's start filling in our red moves. Okay. Now here can be a bit of a situation here. I can continue to go with my yellow moves, or I can go right here and start getting some of the red worked on. But however, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually focus on the yellow moves. And we're going to let Kofi do his thing. And he did get a very lucky cascade. However, that's not going to be enough to keep us down. Alright, so first move is going to be the suplex. Let's get these 13 botch gems out. And when I'm placing botch gems, what I do is I focus on what my opponent's moveset is typically for and try and focus on those colors. So we're focusing on blues first, and then purple, and then I can put these greens on as well. Bam. Then when I go for my military press, we can see from my attitude adjustment, we're already seven charges in out of our 14. And we're going to put 7 more down wherever we want. This may cause a premature pin, but hopefully it doesn't. And yes, it did. So another good thing about it, running this way, because the box gems, when he's trying to kick out, it doesn't work for his counter. So if you guys see people running into faction fuse with Lex Luger, this is one of the reasons why. Cool stream. Thank you, brother. Who was behind? Okay, I'm also going to do a tag team link. Oh, damn. I forgot I don't have any damn health packs. So we're actually going to skip the tag team link. Well, let's see who else I have. But what I will show you guys is with Lex Luger, run him with Davey Boy Smith to give the gems 20% more damage on all color gems. It makes them unstoppable. So if you're ever in a tag match, look for the best possible scenario. Let's see. This one I know is going to be undermatched. So that's actually a tag link that I want to run. So I'm going to take us back a bit. Let's see. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Gotta keep taking us back. More MPs. The reason why you prefer this tag link is with Ric Flair. I have 2 of his purple moves. However, the low grab is just going to be there just for moderate damage. Some people will run knife edge chop into it as well, but I prefer purple green. It seems like with this tag link, it helps me out a lot. So you guys should look into that as well. Hey, can you guys moderate the Hills room for me? Let them know I'm streaming, so that's the reason why. Okay, so back to what I was saying about Scopely with their formula. As we know, as I just reviewed of my purples, they don't give us any possibility whatsoever. So what I'm going to do, play defensive. Take all the red gems out. From here, we can go yellow and greens to take out the purples. And that's actually going to pin them. I think I took us a bit too low, but I think you guys get the gist of using tag links. If not, please YouTube, Twitch, Omlet, or Faction, let me know, guys. If you ever just need help with clearing the match, look at who you have as far as the tag team link goes, because you want to get the best opportunity you can. Let's take a look at some of Ric Flair's others. Evolution, it only takes 60% less damage from black gems. That's a iffy, not very useful. 4 Horsemen take 60% less damage from purple gems. Same as Evolution, not useful. The Heenan family, it takes 60% less damage from blue gems. So as our previous 2 that we just covered. Millionaires Club, 60% less damage from yellow gems. As the previous 3 we've covered. WCW, all moves start with 1 more MP. That can be useful as well if I had moves that were quicker charges. Legends era, gems do 10% more damage. That would be useful as well to help get the match over with quicker. And I think those are all his tag links. So you guys can see Trickster Ric Flair has a bunch of tag links. I'm trying to think of who else has a great tag link. I think Alberto Del Rio has the Mexican tag link. No. Okay. So it's actually the League of Nations tag link that I was looking for. Matching purple gems, charge purple moves by 1 more MP. And it doesn't matter which member of United Nations you go with. League of Nations, United Nations, they're all together somehow, some way, shape, or form. I wanted to change Rusev because I'm already going against a Rusev. Happy Rusev Day to everyone. Alright, and let's start. So, with my purples, I get to choose 4